ladies! Notice how I didn't say hi to the boys? That's because today's video is just for the girls. We're going to be talking about the first signs of puberty, what it looks like, and how it feels. If that isn't enough to gross out your brother, you might just want to remind him that he has his own video just for him. If he hasn't watched it yet, he can find the link is in the description below. But for now, if it's just us ladies, we'll get started. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this new video, we're going to talk about puberty and all the different stages you'll experience as you grow up. If this is your first time here, make sure to turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on our regular updates every Thursday. And remember to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Now let's jump straight in. Everyone knows that puberty happens to everyone, but it is still pretty awkward talking to people about it. That's why we're here. We can help you avoid asking your mom, dad, or friends some very awkward questions. I'm guessing that if you're watching this video, you've probably noticed some changes going on with the way you feel and maybe even with the way you look. Trust me, everything's fine. You are just getting older and starting to go through puberty. Okay, maybe telling you you're starting puberty doesn't help, but by the end of this video, you should realize it's not a bad thing at all. So keep watching until the end so you don't miss out on any information. First of all, I should explain to you what puberty actually means. To put it simply, puberty is the process in which a child grows and matures into an adult. And at the end of it, their bodies are able to reproduce. Now, don't freak out. This doesn't mean you're meant to have kids the second you're able to. Your body's just gearing up to be ready for when the time comes. Although everyone goes through puberty, your experiences may be different to your friends at school. Not everyone's journey to adulthood is the same. Puberty for girls can start as early as the age of 8 or as late as the age of 14. Usually, puberty lasts for about 4 years, but this isn't set in stone. Puberty for you may take longer or even shorter than 4 years. The thing all of us girls tend to do is compare ourselves to others. But don't. You will mature at your own pace. I'll say it again. You may not experience everything your friends do, or even in the same order. Puberty is kind of a hot mess. The first thing you may notice changing is your breasts. You may notice that they hurt a little when you touch them, and that there are little buds on the outside of the nipple. This is a good indicator that your body has begun maturing into a woman. Your breasts will continue to grow from this point for another 2 or 3 years. Next, you might notice something a little more frightening: hair. Around the time you notice your breasts developing, you may also notice hair growing in some embarrassing places. Under your arms, downstairs, and the hair on your legs may darken. There is nothing to worry about. You aren't turning into a freak. You are simply growing up. If you want nothing to do with these new patches of hair, you can remove them. But before doing so, please discuss this with your mom or someone else close to you first. And no, shaving hair doesn't change its thickness, color, or rate of growth. Shaving facial or body hair gives the hair a blunt tip. The tip might feel coarse or stubbly for a time as it grows out. During this phase, the hair might be more noticeable and perhaps appear darker or thicker, but it's not. Watch out for our new video on the different options available for removing unwanted hair, which should be ready in the next month. For now, let's stay focused. The next thing you're probably going to either notice or be completely oblivious to is body odor. I'll be honest here. A lot of girls and boys who are just beginning puberty don't recognize when they begin to emit body odor. It's not necessarily your fault. Up until now, you've been able to run around all day without deodorant and smell as fresh as when you showered that morning. But now, things have changed. Sweat and bacteria give off a pungent smell that is unpleasant to everyone around you. Without bathing and deodorant, you can start to smell within an hour of showering. The bad news is you're never going to grow out of BO. It's with you for life. The good news is when you shower at least once a day and start applying antiperspirant deodorant, you'll never have to worry about being the stinky kid. This next change is a little gross, so if there are any boys hiding in the room watching, this is your final warning to leave. Right around the same time, you might notice some weird stain in your underwear. Don't freak out or call an ambulance. You're fine. As you progress through puberty, your vagina begins producing fluids that keeps everything healthy. Sometimes, a small amount of this cloudy white fluid is discharged and can leave a white or yellow stain on your undies. This is perfectly normal. However, if your discharge starts to smell badly or is an odd color or resembles cottage cheese, you're going to have to talk to your doctor. No matter how awkward you think it might be, you have to, because there's a high chance you have a yeast infection or other condition. Another thing you can look forward to is pimples. Not just on your face, but sometimes on your chest and back. This is one of the worst stages of puberty. Everyone hates waking up, looking in the mirror, and seeing a massive red pimple in the middle of your forehead. But it happens to everyone. Acne can last throughout the whole puberty phase, but it can also continue into adulthood. The best thing to do is start washing your face and resist the urge to pick or pop your pimples. Popping and picking your acne can lead to horrible scars that can last a lifetime. If your skin is really bad or if your acne is stubborn, your parents can take you to visit your doctor, as certain medications can alleviate breakouts. You can learn more about acne and how to develop the ultimate skincare routine in one of our previous videos linked in the description. Finally, the last stage of puberty we have to mention has got to be the most frightening and confusing for young girls. It's the menstrual cycle, or your period. Us girls usually get our periods about 2 to 3 years after our breasts first start growing, around the ages of 12 to 15. But again, it differs for everyone. Inside your body, your uterus begins to build a lining in preparation for a fertilized egg to attach and develop. If an egg isn't fertilized, the lining breaks down and is ejected as blood. Once again, a fertilized egg should be the absolute last thing on your mind, so a period is absolutely normal. Along with the blood, many girls experience painful tummy cramps, headaches, and irritability just before and for the first few days of their period. Painkillers can help, but again, a lot of these symptoms are to be expected. We recommend using pads or panty liners on the days of your period to prevent staining your underwear. Tampons can be uncomfortable and painful for younger girls, and it's best to wait till you've grown a little more before attempting to use them. When your period first starts, it may be irregular, and you may not even get it every 28 days. Your next one could be much earlier or much later. Again, this is all normal. After 6 months to a year, your period will start becoming regular. Maybe not like clockwork, but approximately every 4 to 5 weeks, each time lasting between 3 to 7 days. It's important to remember that everyday factors like stress, rapid weight change, and diet can affect the timing, regularity, and heaviness of your period. It's true, getting your period sucks, but after the first few months, you quickly become a pro at dealing with it. So that's a quick rundown of what to expect, or a recap of what you're already going through. To wrap up, just a reminder, puberty isn't a race, nor is it a textbook journey. You might experience it faster or slower than your friends, or in a completely different order to how I've described it. But you'll get there in the end. Puberty can be challenging, but you're turning from a young girl into a woman, and that is amazing. If you, your child, or someone you know is going through puberty extremely early or is in their mid to late teens and hasn't yet begun puberty, check out our video on precocious and delayed puberty. Links are in the description below. Also, for the boys-only version of this video, also check the link below. If you found this video helpful, please leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Feel free to share with anyone you may think can benefit from this information. Until next time, thank you for watching.